I've done this now a few times, and where I start is Bezel, which is up in the upper left-hand corner, upper northwest, and fly over to the system. I have just purchased a bunch of resources that I'm going to use to build my outpost. And they should be showing up in a minute. There we go. I purchased this with the money I got from Sarah after turning in the artifact. She gave me some money, and I said, I'll be right back. Instead of doing that, I went and bought all those resources and flew over to Bessel III-b. Moon, obviously, orbiting Bessel III in the Bessel system. Alright. I am now going to scan the planet for resources. And down in this area, you see this vein looks similar to Australia, and over to the west or left is another vein of nickel that kind of looks like the state of Michigan. And what we're looking for is this mountain range right here, and we're looking for specifically mountain. So we've had rocky hill, rocky desert, hills, rocky desert. And before you go and land, I recommend you do a quick save, because if you don't get it right, you'll have to come back and do it again. So I found mountains, which is just north of our Michigan nickel area here. And we'll go ahead and land. And get up and exit the ship. Bessel III has a very long length of day, which means if you go to sleep, your extractors can fill up your containers very, very quickly. Alright, we've exited the ship. You want to turn around. We're going to turn around and head toward the rear of the ship. And we're looking for those mountains over there. Several of the mountain ranges that you can land on have mountains like that. But what they don't have, or what those landing sites don't have, is that mesa right there, is this mesa. And on this particular mountain, there is a stripe, a white stripe, that runs, about 3/4 of the way. And that's where we're heading for, that white stripe. And that also is an indicator that we've got the right landing zone. So I'm going to walk over here quickly to get to the spot we want to start mining, or set up our outpost anyway. So go quickly down here. We're going to come to this landmark. It's a large vent, so we are on the right track. And then in the distance, first in the left, is that white line that we could see from the ship. And in the distance is this beacon, that's this crooked beacon obelisk with a vent next to it. That's the primary landmark to find all of the minerals we're looking for in one spot. So I'm going to head down here. And I'm going to open up my hand scanner and then build an outpost beacon. Alright, this is what we're looking for, these 5 minerals or resources. And we have 4 of them right now. So let's see, I'm going to move this around a little bit. What we're missing is aluminum. So I want to see if I can find the aluminum. I just lost cobalt, so I went too far out of that range. So okay, I have cobalt back. I'm still looking for aluminum. It's around here somewhere. There it is. So I'm going to place the beacon. Okay. And I'm going to open up the build menu. And before I build anything, I want to make sure that I have enough of the resource veins that I can put in, that I can put all the extractors down. So, for example, this is aluminum, and you can see the base boundary. It looks like I can put 3 or 4. Well, yeah, 3, maybe 4 extractors down, which is what I want. Right, here's cobalt, and it's about the same. I can put 2 to 3 extractors, which is all I need. Alright, and then look for the nickel vein. Around there it is. And finally, iron. Now, iron's a small vein, and it's only a little bit is in the boundaries of the outpost, so I would like some more of that. Some more of the iron veins. So what I'm going to do is move the boundaries of the outpost over a little bit so that I can get more. What I can't do, though, or what you can't do for an outpost, is just move over the beacon. You have to delete the beacon and re-add it. So that's what I'm going to do. At the outpost, you can put the beacon anywhere in the outpost once you've built it, but you cannot move the outpost boundaries. Delete this. And I'm going to move over a little bit to the right. Okay. And again, before I build anything, I want to check to make sure that I can put at least 2 extractors, and ideally 3. So you see the aluminum vein shrunk, but it looks like I still can put 2 or 3 extractors there. And the same with the cobalt. I can definitely put 2, maybe 3. Nickel doesn't matter because it was right in the center of the outpost. Oh yeah, good. So definitely can put 2, looks like 3, maybe even 4. So you can see how the iron vein increased and the other 2 decreased. So let's plop down the iron extractor. And actually, let's put them all down. So there's the iron and aluminum. Go up the hill to put down the cobalt. And then finally the nickel. Alright, and we want to have some place to store the minerals once we mine them. So I'm going to put down some storage containers by the beacon so I know where they are. And all the resources I picked up at Jameson before I left to do this basic build out. Once I start mining, though, I'll have plenty of aluminum iron. And since I'm going to start making adaptive frames, I'll have plenty of those, so I'll be able to expand the base. I have to link the extractors to each individual storage container, which is what I'm doing here. That's nickel. And let me go to the cobalt. And finally, aluminum. Over here. Yep. Great. Now I need power. My power is in the red. I need 20 units of power. And again, knowing that I need to create solar arrays. That's the best thing to do. And I purchased beryllium and copper at Jameson so that I could build these solar arrays. They're 4 units each, so if I have 5, that'll give me 20 units of power, and that will start the extractors mining the minerals that we need. Next, we want to be able to bring our ship from the landing spot over here into the outpost. So I'm going to create a cargo pad. It's not a cargo pad, it's a landing pad. And I want to make sure I have a landing pad with the shipbuilder unit on it, not just a landing pad. Okay. And I'll set that down. And I'm going to build the halves. So I'm going to start with an airlock. Not that. Okay. If you take the airlock and put the stairs against the stairs to the landing pad, when you come off your ship, you can just walk sort of from the landing pad into your hab. The only issue is that both the things, I guess, have railings, so you have to jump over the landing pad railing, jump over the stair railing, and then you can get into the airlock. Your companions will not jump over that. They'll go down the stair and down the landing pad stair and up the airlock stair. I'm going to put a 4x4 4-wall hab, another airlock so that I can get down to the outpost ground level. During one of the updates, I think it's an update, it could be a mod. If it is, I have no idea what mod it is. I think it happened with an update, and that there was a glitch, and that is if you take the airlock and place or position the stairs against the landing pad, they'll disappear. I'm going to go into free camera because it's a lot easier. I mean, if you have a controller, it's a lot easier to move these things around, but it's not so easy with the mouse and keyboard. So I'm going to go into free camera and do it that way because it's a lot easier with a keyboard and mouse. Alright, so again, if I move the landing, airlock next to the landing pad, you see the stairs disappear, but I can still place it down. And then if I move it up, then all I have to do is go from the landing pad directly into the airlock. And I don't need to jump over anything. This is a little high, so I'm going to reposition it. Try that again. Okay. Then I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can get a better perspective of where that... I know it looks like it's a big gap. It's not, and if that upsets you, you can always put down a mat and that'll take care of the gap. So I'm getting out a free camera. I don't need that any longer. I'm just going to move the hab over, move the other airlock over, and there's my hab. Alright, so I'm mining minerals. I have my hab. Hab is pretty much necessary on this moon because it's very hot, I think. Or cold, doesn't matter. The weather's terrible when it comes in. Alright, inside the hab, first I'm gonna put a window in. That's just using the build key. There's 3 different windows plus the solid wall. I'm just gonna make one, the first one. And on the other side. Right now I'm gonna build an industrial workbench. And a bed. Okay. Now that I have these 2 things, I'm going to take a nap. This is, remember I was saying how long the length of day is? So 1 hour local time is equivalent to 57 hours of universal time. So what that means is within 1 hour of sleep, your containers will fill up with the necessary resources, or will fill up to the max. Right. And then I am going to start building my frames and magnets. So I'm at level 4. I can build 397 frames because that's the maximum number of iron I have. I'm going to start building right now. What do you do? Just build, 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 build. Doesn't take long. That's it. I can't build any. I could, but... And I gained an experience point. I leveled up to level 5. I'm gonna come down to the isocentric magnets. I have a lot of stuff in here. These are all mods. And it really clogs up the workbench. Right, so I can make 263 of these magnets. Come on. No, it's just being a pain. Forget it. I'll try it later. Okay. Yep. So there. One level. Took a while because I had to build the site and everything. I'm going to take another nap for 1 hour. And that will once again fill up all my storage containers. Which now I have aluminum, I've got iron, I have created a bunch of frames, which means I can make some more storage containers. That's important, because that means I can sleep for a couple hours and I don't have to keep doing this sleep build as frequent. If that's making any sense, it will. Okay. So I'm going to add 3 more storage containers to each one of the resources. You just need to move them. They don't like to be built on hills too much. You have to fiddle with them. So I'm trying to do that before I get any errors, meaning red lines, which means I can't build them. Okay. Alright, so let me start with the nickel. And then you have to link them together. So far, so good. I'm gonna hit the wrong key. Okay. Then go to cobalt. So, okay, there's a red. I can't build it like that, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to move this a little bit over here. See if I can get 3 of them. No, that's not going to work either. So what I'm going to do, it looks like that. There's a hill there. I'm going to move it up on the hill. Move that one up on the hill, and then move hopefully the other 2 next to it. Yeah, there we go. And then put 1 more on the top. There we go. So now I have 4 containers for each of the minerals that we're mining. I'm going to come in and I'm going to go take a nap. This time I'm going to sleep for 2 hours. Because I have 3 times as many containers. Okay, let's go out. I want to check to make sure that that was enough time, that was enough sleep time, that all of the containers are full. So it looks like those 4 are filled, these 4 are filled, those 4 are filled, and those 4 are filled. So yeah, 2 hours is plenty of time to fill up the containers. And then I'll just go ahead and I will build the frames and magnets. Yeah, 893 frames I can build. As compared to, what was it, 273? There's nothing glamorous about this. It's tedious. So what I do is I go grab a cup of coffee and just start building away until I gain the amount of until I gain the level that I want, and I just continue on with the game. Especially if I need something, if I'm looking for a certain skill point, then I'll increase my level until I can get enough skill points to place in the different skills, I guess. Alright, so we were at level 5, and we are now at level 8. Were we at level 5? Really? So that was 3 points. That doesn't sound right. We must have been... I mean, I haven't cut anything. This is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to time this now. Time this and determine how many levels we gain. I'm timing from when I went to take the nap, going through the nap, coming over to the workbench, building these things, and stopping. Alright, I haven't spoken about the first part is leveling up quickly. So yeah, level 10. So what was it? 8. So we gained 2 skill points, we leveled up 2 levels, and in about 1 minute and 4 seconds. So that last run that lasted 1 minute and 4 seconds, we built 750 frames and 500 magnets. Now the frames we can sell at 3 credits each, which is 2250 credits, and the magnets at 4 credits each, which would give us 2,000 credits. And that's a total of 4,250 credits for 1 minute worth of work, plus 2 skill points. And if you extrapolate that out to 10 minutes, that's 42,500 credits and 20 skill points. So this method of mining and building material on Bezel 3 will help you level up fast and earn credits. Now, you still have to go to another planet and sell the credits, and that can take some time. So if you don't want to deal with the credits, you don't have to, and just build up your skill points. But the potential is there to earn credits. Okay, this is another glitch to the game, and that is if you're overweight and you want to bring heavy stuff to another planet or city, what you can do is drop the items on the deck of your ship, because you can't put them in the cargo hold. The cargo hold won't hold it. You can put them on the ship, go where you need to go, pick them up, and then go sell them. I'm just showing that, like, my cargo hold is 450, and I think I was at 2,000, so there's no way the cargo hold was going to hold that. Well, that's it. I hope you learned something on this video, and thank you very much for watching.